Why are you in Medellín? People ask me that a lot, often with a raised eyebrow, like they already know the answer, like it's obviously the women. It's not the women. It's also not the so-called geo-arbitrage. That's where you live somewhere where your currency is stronger than the place's currency, so your purchasing power goes further. These famous expat destinations around the world. As remote workers expand into them, they change. They get more expensive. The locals can get priced out. All the usual suspects, Bali, Thailand, Dubai. Although I don't know what's going on right now in Dubai. I hear a lot of people from there actually want to come to Medellín now, but they're going to find out it's not as cheap as they thought. I didn't come for that. And I didn't come to live like a king, like so many of these internet snake oil salesmen say. You'll find those everywhere, selling you a dream with a side of supplements. And that's getting a lot easier now because of AI. People can't tell the difference, and they just believe whatever they scroll past. Don't believe it. Don't believe me either. My goodness. Do your own research. Get a bunch of different voices. You have a computer in your pocket, use it. Now, you can get a better quality of life for what you're making. The city does give you more for your dollar, I've noticed that. But Medellín is becoming more expensive rapidly because of those expats, passport bros, vacation rentals, Venezuelan migration, construction issues, plain old inflation. You name it. The window is closing like it closes everywhere. Now, for what people want to know, the women. A lot of people will come to Medellín and they'll straight up tell you, and post it all over online, it's for the women. There's a whole red-hot online conversation happening right now that's wrapping subservience and tradition into femininity, saying that Colombian women are more feminine, that American women are not as feminine anymore. All these buzzwords getting thrown around, as if everyone from one place is all one thing, and as if the USA isn't made up of people from all over the world. I'm not saying I agree with it. Many Colombian women are feminine, sure, and proud of it. Personally, I prefer someone who shares the same sense of humor as me than someone who bakes the perfect meatloaf. Maybe that's just me. I've talked to a number of Colombian women about what's going around on social media. Many say they enjoy being feminine, which is fine. Do what makes you feel good and right. Everyone should do that. But what isn't being said is that a lot of these guys coming down here think they're Captain Kirk and just stumbled on a planet of Eden. I recommend you watch how those episodes end. Your Eden can become your nightmare. That sweet, innocent trad wife you imagine might be a world-class manipulator. And she's almost certainly more socially aware than you are because she grew up around dozens of cousins, not sitting around in her room playing World of Warcraft. And here's the bigger picture. Everything is becoming more homogenized across the entire world because of social media. Instagram, TikTok, you know, the usual suspects. Many of these women you're looking to wife up, not just here, but on the whole planet. Their queen is Kylie Jenner. You know, their prince is maybe Justin Bieber. On the whole planet, from here to Timbuktu, that includes Colombia, everyone's watching the same thing nowadays, from Medellín to Minneapolis to Vladivostok. Colombian women are beautiful. I'll be frank, Colombia has some of the most beautiful women in the world. But if you don't speak Spanish and just think you're gonna roll in and pick up a baddie, look, if you can't pull baddies in LA, Miami, or New York, something's off. This is not a different planet, it's just a different country. Everyone runs on the same emotions. You'll find every single personality under the sun here. Introverts, extroverts. You'll find them even all in the same family. Although those poor introverts have to suffer through the all-night parties just like the rest of us. You might find what you're looking for if you put in the time and work, but otherwise, you won't. 2 red flags that you probably shouldn't come to Colombia. A, just for the women, and B, because you're running from something. Whatever it is, your emotions, your demons, the law. But I can tell you, if you're running to Medellín from your demons, they got here first, and they are waiting for you on steroids. You need a solid grasp of reality before you come here, or anywhere for that matter. Las Vegas comes to mind. I also didn't come for the weather, but I should have. The weather is stunning. That's actually a worthy reason to come. And the avocados. But that's not why I'm here either. My story was a perfect accident. I came because a family member got sick. I flew down to help him get back to the States for surgery. Serious, life or death type stuff. Thankfully, it was successful. I helped him get out of the country back to the States to a place that could do his procedure. A few days after that, I'm just hanging out. I had planned to do some sightseeing, travel around the country. I still have a list, I haven't tackled most of it. A friend of mine came to visit, a friend of mine from LA who had experience in Colombia. He had worked here recording musicians. And one day we were just eating in the mall in this Italian restaurant chain. And suddenly, all the workers stopped working. The whole mall went quiet. This was when the countrywide pandemic lockdown began. I don't even remember if we paid for the food or not. They kicked us out. I think we paid. The city shut down. My friend and I just sat in the apartment. Not exactly the rollicking vacation we had planned on. He had a work obligation back home, and he managed to get an earlier flight out. Last chopper out of Saigon. They shut the airport down right when his plane took off. My flight was scheduled a few days after the pandemic started. I'm thinking, okay, how long can an airport shut down? A few days? I can ride it out. Catch up on my reading. I should mention, because this is front of mind right now, that we just passed the anniversary of the start of the pandemic. So I've been thinking about this a lot lately. So I got groceries, settled in, nothing else to do. Smash cut to 8-9 months later. Colombia had one of the longest shutdowns for the pandemic of any country on the planet, if not the longest. Completely locked down. No one on the streets. You needed special permission to be outside. I saw some crazy stuff during that time. From the balcony. That's a story for another day. For a stretch, a Colombian friend of mine came and he stayed for a while, and so I had some company. That helped. We watched movies, Baby Driver, ordered groceries. Rappi exploded during the pandemic, of course. That's a delivery app that came out just in time. Then it was just me again, in a little apartment in a city I had never planned on staying in. Then the pandemic ended, and I realized something. By then, I was enrolled in a local university. Started with Zoom classes, and now in-person was available. I had built a community, friends, relationships, an idea for a new business. In a city I was still in, by accident, in one of the strangest periods of modern history, in an apartment I never meant to stay in for longer than a few weeks. And it turned out, I actually loved Medellin. Who knew? Had my flight been a day or two earlier, none of this would exist. None of this. I'd be back in the other California. None of what I'm telling you about in these videos would have ever happened. Take that, Gwyneth.